And with a profile, the way that would work, again, we have default profiles in here. So this is where I can assign a profile to an output, telling it when to activate. In this case, you likely might just be arming the perimeter of an area. So I could use profile 6. I just need to adjust it. By default, profile 6, the scope is panel wide. So I can change the scope from panel wide to area wide. Again, right now, if I assign this profile to output 11, it's only going to activate it when the whole panel is armed. So I'll change the scope to area wide. And by default, it spits out area 1. So now it's, if I assign this profile to output 11, it'll activate it just when area 1 is armed. Now, you also have the ability to tie in a second trigger with a profile. So again, if this application, we only care to have this light lit up if we're back in the stock room doing inventory, make sure it reminds us that area 1 is armed. But if everything's armed, nobody's there, no sense in having that light lit up. So trigger 2 could be, the stock room is disarmed. So it would look like this, area disarmed, area wide, stock room. And now it would only activate the output you tie this profile to if area 1 is part on armed and area 2 is disarmed. The pattern, that's how you're going to pulse the output you tie this to. On steady by default, but there are options to change it there, how it's going to pulse the output you tie it to. You have an option for a delay, after the area armed. Did you want to wait an additional amount of time before you activated the output? You could do that. And then the duration follows trigger is the only option for this one. Trigger being when it's armed and disarmed. Now if I go back to output assignments, so I could have renamed that profile, make it easier to identify what it's doing. But now it would activate that output if somebody had armed the perimeter of area 1, area 2 is still disarmed. And once you disarmed area 1, it would turn back off. That's how you do an output with the profile or the traditional way. And when you assign an output to a profile, that's all it's going to do. It takes priority. Not going to do anything else. You got this output set up for. Or if maybe you also wanted to activate this on a silent alarm, I put a 13 in there. Not going to do that. If I've assigned output 13 to a profile, that's what it's going to do. Not going to do anything else I have it configured for. So you can tie outputs to different area-wide events that we see in here, specific to a certain area. You also have panel-wide events. So if there's a communication failure to the monitoring center, I could put in, when it activated an output, let me know that happened. It would also show it the keypad, but I'm gonna have another way to indicate it happened. You could put an output there, and it would activate that output anytime there's a communication failure. Or AC power loss, activate an output. And something that also shows at the keypad, but could activate an output if you wanted to.